Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indie Radar. Today, we're doing a first impressions look at the Android game Light of Aiaran. I am not sure how to pronounce it. Let's just go with Aiaran. So this seems to be an open world MMORPG, and I kind of like to see what mobile games have to offer when they deal with open world MMORPGs. Most of the time, they're just freemium bullcrap games, but I am willing to give each one a shot. So I am going to go ahead and join into the character customization. It looks like there are 3 races on the upper left. We have the basic human, a sprite, and a demi beast. Cool. They all look pretty neat. And 3 classes, looks like. We got the warrior, of course, mage, and a ranger. Alright, so we got the staple classes. Let's see here. Oh, and on the upper right here, change your gender, of course. Thank God there's no gender lock, which is not bueno. Before I continue with any further, I want to tell you just a little bit about what the game requires before you download. The game in total, I believe, takes about 400 megabytes of data to install, and it only requires 1 permission, which for some reason is to make and manage phone calls. I am not too sure why, but anyways. And of course, this game is online only. It is an MMORPG, and I cannot tell you right now, as I cannot find the information anywhere, if this game has gamepad and controller support. I'm going to assume it does, just to assume for the best, because that's what we all want, which is, I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the sprite mage. Let's check out the hairs. I keep it as a female sprite, and look at the cute little hairs. Go with the blonde. All right. A cold-blooded destroyer and controller of the elements. All right, let's do that. So we're a cute, cold-blooded murderer. Let's go ahead and keep going with that. Wafuji, of course. Oh, yeah, is that name already taken? All right, well, let's go ahead and be the Indie Radar, since that's what we are. Let's go ahead and go into this. Okay. And I'm going to be spending about 5-10 minutes going through the play. Of course, I'm going to be looking at the in-app purchases, looking at the questing system, and take a look at the graphics and tell you just a little bit of my opinions on it. Excuse me. And we're going to determine if it's going to be pay to win or pay to play. Now, most of the times I'm going to go into these games and assume that they're going to be some sort of pay to win. And most MMORPGs like this tend to be extremely freemium. But I'm not too sure how serious the PvP is in this game. Let's see here. Okay, so it does look like a traditional open-world MMORPG. And, alright, Nosy Camilla. So, alright, we got, of course, the quest system. Can't go wrong. Oh, alright, so there you go, guys. Probably something that's going to turn off a lot of people. It is an auto-move game. I'm going to assume it's an auto-battler as well. I mean, are you guys surprised? It's a mobile game. I mean, that is the convenience of mobile games, is on the go, you have stuff to do, and you have a phone game going on in your pocket. Why not just let it automatically play, and you can just join in on the fun and do whatever you got to do. And, well, I'm just going to go ahead and skip most of the cutscenes, because I kind of want to jump into the battle, and we're going to take a look at the combat and see what's good with that. But it's probably just going to be typical to MMORPG nature, so my expectations are kind of not too high, and not too low either, but I'm not taken by surprise by the auto move. And you know what? It's better to have it than not. Alright, let's go ahead and just get through the tutorial, and of course it is a force tutorial. Whoa, there's a lot of stats going on here. Your physical attack, your physical defense, magic attack, magic defense, critical, crit damage, etc., etc. I am very curious to find out if you are able to customize the stats and sort of get creative with the build. I'm going to turn down this volume a little bit here. Sorry about that if that was too loud. Let's get back out of here. In that screen, I did notice that there was 2 different currencies on the very upper right. Some sort of premium currency and then regular in-game currency. So, surprise, surprise, there's going to be some sort of marketplace. You know what? I will go ahead and stop. And yes, there looks like there's a joystick command, not a floating one, which is interesting. And you can also tap to move. Alright, so let's look at the interface real quick. So you do have a battle power, it looks like. On the very upper left, you can see the red bar, which is the HP, blue bar, mana. Right below it says CP. I'm going to assume that means character power or class power, 2,986. So hopefully this doesn't really reflect too much on required character power when it comes to dealing with certain PvE content. Alright, and then the upper right, we have a whole bunch of icons going on. And, well, let's go ahead and jump into the one you're all curious about. Look at all the stuff on the left. Oh, well, that is different. Oh, nope, there it is. In the very right, upper right, there's the $97.90 purchase. It's usually $99, but hey. And that is 6,000, I don't know what you call it, crystal, sorry, but. And you can do little bundles, beginner packages. Boy, I can't really tell you exactly. Yeah, so there's a direct interaction when it comes to your character's armor that is usually a sign of some sort of PvP pay-to-win. That's just a guess, though, and it looks like you do have a monthly plan thing going on here, which is, ooh, my god, 1157. Boy. Growth plan. Look at that. This is probably what's going to be the most common one if you were to spend money in the game. Other than buying the packages outright, growth plans are usually the best if you plan on sticking with the game for a long time. Let's go down to the box. Whoa, look at that. You do get a free equipment box. Let's go ahead and open that up. Open it, please. Open it, please. Thank you. Well, I can't open it. No? Oh, okay, I have to wait 7 hours or so. But it does look like you can open up a free equipment chest, and let's see all this. So there's, oh man, these microtransactions right here. Ooh, man, they really get you. This is going to be a game that takes advantage of your gambling natures. Look at this, man. What in the hell is going on? This right here is enough to just make me stop the game. Just because not only is it freemium, but it's just a whole bunch of little tiny microtransactions. And that is the biggest giveaway that the company is taking advantage of your guilty pleasures of spending money and constantly trying to gamble and win these little trinkets. And, oh, what? There's a stamina system in this game? It's a frickin' MMORPG. Like an open world, what? Oh boy, man, look at all of this stuff that you can buy. Alright, so then you get down here and it looks like there's a different currency. Might have something to do with some sort of PvP, I'm going to assume. I'm not too sure what it is, honestly. Miscellaneous. I can't open any of that now? Oh god. So not only are they asking for money directly, but there's a lot of things that you have to buy with crystal. I am not too happy about that. That's kind of a letdown. I didn't realize it would be that bad when it came to the microtransactions. So let's just keep going on ahead and see if we can salvage the game. Hopefully the gameplay will be good. So I'm going to try to stay optimistic here and just say that this game could have a lot of potential. I would like to see if there's any dungeons and grouping gameplaying going on, but well, I just cannot say for sure right now. What can I do here? Oops, okay. I should follow what it's telling me to do. I would like to fight something. I get that, we have to learn the game, but most open world MMORPGs are not too hard to pick up on. Most of the times, if we are going into game, oh, they had wings. Alright. Having monster hunting issues, use Illuminites to enhance your equipment. So I did do just a tiny bit of research on the game, and so far it's getting pretty decent feedback. And let's see if we can zoom out the camera. No, you can't zoom out or zoom in on the camera. Oh, alright, here we go. Skip it, complete it, accept it, equip it now. Sign the contract. What in the hell is that thing? That thing looks badass. Alright, can I get that? I'd like to get wings too. I mean, cosmetically, the game is pretty. I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of cutesy, like anime. But, alright, let's see what the combat's all about. I'm going to assume it's autoplay. I'm just going to let it do its thing. The thing that I appreciate from autoplay is it gets you through the beginning grind and doing all the questing and everything, and then late game is when you really take handle of the game. And you can take handle of the game yourself. You don't have to look at autoplay and say, hey, it's there because it's in front of my face, I'm going to use it. I don't have self-control and decide to jump into the game and take matters into your own hand. But when it comes to starting up a game and you're just getting into the adventure, autoplay is not the worst thing in the world. It's there. It's a choice. You don't have to use it. I mean, sure, you have to click the quest in order to know where you have to go, and that just makes you automatically move, but hey, at least it's there. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. I'm going to assume that in late game, you're really not going to be relying on autoplay too much, because hopefully the difficulty is good enough to where you actually have to use strategy. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get to that in this video, but as you can see right there, so far I have been able to... Oh, here we go. So we got a little bit of a skill tree going on. Nothing too fancy. Oh, very nice. Okay, so it looks like the nature of the controls for the combat are not traditional. Usually you see an attack button and then 4 tabs surrounding it, but it looks like you can... What is this? Ooh, nice tab. Okay. Ah, look at that. Bringing some console ideas directly. Let's try to use some abilities. Oh, that's not bad. That wasn't a bad animation. The rest of them aren't too fancy, but whatever. And if you click on the skill, it automatically targets, and you can kill things that way. Not bad. Not bad for beginnings. Alright, so I think what I am going to do is... I went ahead and did this... Oh, jeez. Oh my god, gorgeous. What the hell am I? An ice queen? Not bad. So that's what that thing was before. Transformed into something epic. And I guess you turn into a god? Maybe? But, alright, so... we kind of got the general idea here. This game does have a lot of in-app purchases and does seem pretty freemium. It does have autoplay and auto-move and the typical questing systems. As of yet, you don't get to see what the game has to offer just based on the beginnings. But something to be very hopeful for is going into like dungeons and teaming up with people, hopefully doing some guilds. But I am going to go ahead and stop the video here and just give you the summarization on my opinion on the game. So the controls seem pretty smooth. There's a little bit of a different idea when it comes to attacking, nothing too innovative. I do like that they have the tab function. It kind of makes it easier to target enemies, so you don't have to just viciously click on your screen. And the sounds and the soundtrack seem pretty cute, nothing too fancy or anything. There are a lot of cliches. The in-app purchases by themselves and the microtransactions are a little overboard, and that alone, and most people will probably agree, is enough to not play the game. But I would look forward to its future and hope that PvP somehow meets like a balance. And I would love for all games to learn a lesson from Dragon's Nest from PC, where it had an auto balance whenever you join into a PvP room. So it didn't matter what level you were, they somehow managed to even out all of the stats. So you can compete with a level 60 if you were a level 10. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for checking out my video, and if you liked the video, please show your support. Hit like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought, and if you played the game, definitely let me know what you thought. And for more content like this, please subscribe to the Indie Radar.